What's going on YouTube? OCD for EDC here, and what I got for your face balls tonight is another cut test. So I did the cut test on the Twosun TS-118, and this happens to be in S90V. And yeah, so like a dumbass, I cut my hand the other day. Um, One of my viewers was nice enough to lend me some knives, and he doesn't live that far from me, and so we got together and he I was looking at several of the knives that he brought and cut the palm of my hand jacking around with a knife. So I'm sure none of you guys have ever done anything like that before. So, it is what it is. So, and then I had already planned on doing this cut test, and of course, this knife here happened to rub right on the spot that I cut the other day. So, that made for a nice time, and especially the fact that it was in S90V. So it's kind of hard to see it, but I actually cut my palm right there like 2 days ago. And now, cutting with this knife, and the back of it is kind of squared off. It's not sharp at all. But it happened to land right on that cut right there. And so, yeah, it was a little bit of an ordeal. But anyway, so um, we'll get into the test results here. And I'm just cleaning this blade up a little bit here and spraying it down with some EDCI just to get the crap off of it. But anyway, so for those that don't know, I do my testing. I try to do it and keep it consistent, similar to the other guys that are doing some cut testing out there. I'm sure anybody watching my channel is familiar with Outpost 76 and with Super Steel Steve, but just trying to keep things consistent so we can have some sort of results that are comparable. But anyway, so I cut cardboard. I buy brand new cardboard straight from Walmart. They're moving boxes. And I sharpen with DMT coarse, DMT fine, diamond stone. And then I use a strop. Two different strops, a balsa wood strop and then a leather strop that I got from Chef Knives to Go. And I'll have some pictures that I'll roll in of those things. I don't film the cutting just because I listen to music and yeah, have other things going on. And to me, it's not that enjoyable to sit there and watch someone cut cardboard. It's not that enjoyable to do. So anyway, but for those that maybe didn't see the review of this guy, this is an absolutely beautiful knife. It's all titanium. Of course, it's a frame lock. You've got really generous access to the lock bar there, and the action on it is absolutely beautiful. Zero blade play. Yeah, construction's fantastic. You got these copper inlays. If you guys haven't checked out the review on this guy, you should do so because the machining on this thing is really impressive. And then, of course, you got S90V blade. It is a numbered edition. This is number 2. And the designer, Max Chakuk or something. I can't remember how to pronounce his last name. Anyway, he's a Ukrainian knife designer. It's a beautiful knife and goes in and out of the pocket extremely well. Just really well done. The pocket clip is reversible, which is great. And I don't remember exactly what the blade length is on this guy. So we're 3.512. So 3.5-inch blade, and just like I said, in case you missed it, we got a 3.5-inch blade and 4.269 ounces. So a little on the heavier side, but totally within reason. just a really great knife. It's a beautiful knife. Well, somebody brought up in the comments that they would like to, maybe do some engraving work on the copper, which I think is a really cool idea. So yeah, they were talking about putting their last name in it or something like that, and yeah, and I think that's just a really cool idea. This knife would lend itself really well for those kinds of mods. So yeah, it's a beautiful knife. Kind of a quake in design, and S90V, just really well done. Riding on ceramic bearings, absolutely beautiful action. D10 is perfect. Yeah, I really don't have anything negative to say about this knife, other than it is a little bit bulky. It's not terribly thick. I don't remember exactly what it is. It was comfortable to cut with, other than the fact that I cut my hand. So there you go, just a little over a half inch. So yeah, but it's well done, and the fact that it's kind of contoured. It's not rounded. The copper inlay is flat, but then it's angled on the titanium areas there, and other than these milling lines in the titanium, there is no jimping other than this right up here, like on the actual handle. It's all smooth, and certainly this does provide some traction, but really you've got this little finger groove here, that lock bar access, and you got it's comfortable in the hand for sure. Pocket clip is good in either hand. I have it came actually set up for left hand carry, which I'm left-handed, so I left it that way. But in either hand, it's just a really neutral grip, so comfortable knife. Yeah, so let's get into how well it did cutting. So I tested it 2 times, and like I said, I do DMT coarse, DMT fine, diamond stones, and then strop. And I do fine edge testing, and then working edge. So fine edge is when it'll no longer shave arm hair, and working edge is when it'll no longer reliably cut a held sheet of printer paper. And so for test number 1, got a fine edge of 118 feet even. So a little bit underwhelming. Not terrible. It was okay for fine edge, but I was hoping to see, closer to like 140 or 150 feet would have been really great. And on the working edge, this thing did 382.2 feet. So really, really well done. I'm pretty happy with those results for the first test. And then the second test on this guy did get a little bit better, and I imagine that is due to I tried when I sharpened this guy. I've had a few people hit me up wanting to buy this knife, and it's probably, in order just to keep the channel going, I need to sell knives kind of regardless of how much I like them or want to keep them. I do have to sell stuff, and so this will be one that I do sell. And so I really tried to use up as little of the blade as possible. So I'm sure there was some retained austenite from the factory edge and kind of overheating. And so I probably did not get into the best part of this blade. So I feel like there's probably some left on the table here where, another 2 or 3 sharpenings, it'll probably even get better. But anyway, test number 2. For fine edge, it did 121.3 feet, and for working edge, it did 401.7 feet. So, it certainly was getting better, but like I said, I really went really lightly on the sharpening. I was not trying to take much material off, and I realized that to do real accurate testing, I probably should have done a little better on the sharpening and taken off a little more material. But again, this definitely it shows what this knife's capable of. And like I said, because I'm going to sell it, I didn't get carried away sharpening this guy. So anyway, that's the results there of the Twosun TS-118. Yeah, hit me up in the comments if you got any questions or anything. I've had several people ask where I get these Twosun knives and different things from, and so I've put a bunch of links down in the description below. So if you want to help me out and support this channel, and you want some cool gear or whatever, you can check out all the links that I have below. It certainly helps me out when you guys use those links, and yeah, all of them are Amazon links, and I get a little piece of whatever you purchase by using those links. So I greatly appreciate it. I certainly appreciate everyone watching, and we're right around 250 subscribers, which really kind of blows my mind. I've only been doing this for a few months now, and so I really appreciate all the support, and I love talking to you guys in the comments. It's pretty enjoyable. So please leave comments below. I really enjoy it. And yeah, if you got any questions or anything, hit me up. And if you're interested in any of the knives that are on my channel, like I said, I have to rotate stuff pretty often, just in order to keep new stuff coming on the channel and that sort of thing. So you guys, my email is in the description below, so feel free to ask me. Like I said, any of the knives you see on my channel, I sell the vast majority of them. I mean, there are a few that I do keep, but the vast majority of them do get sold. So if there's anything that you guys are looking for, hit me up. But anyway, I appreciate you guys watching, and have a good night. Thanks.